they would say to me every summer, just sit down and watch one episode of the Aftermath show. Just watch one. Let me just put on, like, they would really push me. And I would hold strong. And I was like, why would I want to watch that? You're interbulating me. I'm going to change my plane reservations and go home if you guys keep this up. Like, it was very Scientological the way I would handle it. Right.
You're also under the guise at that point, if you're a Scientologist, like, the truth does not matter at all. It's that show is slanted towards attacking Scientology. It must be bad.
Yes. I'm not even willing to look.
Not is what they're saying true? Because if what they're saying is true, then that's bad. But you won't even get yourself to the point of watching it, because just by the fact that they're saying anything bad, it must be bad, which is fascinating, because that prevents you from getting the information of, oh, the leader of my religion beats people.
Yep. And I remember even saying, like, sitting at the kitchen table, I was like, so you guys want me to watch something about disgruntled people who left their religion? You want me to watch a bunch of victims? Like, I was very defensive, very like, I'm going to change my reservations and go home and, like, basically disconnect from you. Like, it was disgusting just thinking about it. I'm like, I was so programmed to not even be willing. I was not willing. A friend I had at the time who was a non-Scientologist, but she knew my whole background. And she goes, I'm not trying to upset you, and I know your family tried, but she goes, maybe you should just see if you can watch one episode. So I did. And I watched the second season for some reason. I don't know why I picked that. The first episode of the second season. And it was the cute Australian girl with her friend.
The one whose father.
Yes. I lost my mind. And I was sobbing because there were so many things. I couldn't even, I remember I couldn't even hardly talk. All I could say, I was like, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one. I didn't know this stuff happened to other people. I had no idea. They were so real. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, this is not staged. I thought this was going to be like some staged story. That's what I was told it would be. So then I watched that and I couldn't stop watching. I watched the next one and the next one. And almost every single episode was something that happened to me. And I was like, I thought they just messed up with me. I truly thought they only made mistakes with me. Like, Scientology works. The tech works. It just didn't work on me.
Yeah. And
that's what I always believed.
But they do that intentionally. That's the compartmentalization of everything. They don't share information about other people. If there's an essay, they don't tell other people about it other than the people that were directly involved, so that no one thinks anything's rampant. I think they compartmentalize that information. So I would see, you feel like you're on an island. This is just happening to you. You wouldn't know someone else was feeling that.
I just had like tunnel vision watching. I couldn't stop watching it. And I just remember thinking, like, I thought my dad disconnecting from me was like a one-off thing. I thought I was all this time I've been told I'm an ethics particle. I'm out ethics. That's why it doesn't work for me. And I thought, it's just me. There's something wrong with me. And I kept trying to get better. I was like, I gotta get more, gotta get my ethics in more and be on course more. I gotta study more. I gotta go in session more, and I'll just get better because I just wasn't what they wanted me to be. I spent days really crying about that. And I remember thinking, what am I supposed to do? Like, is this true? What I'm seeing, is this true? And again, we were born into it. So at this point, what am I supposed to believe now? I have all of this plugged into my mind, all this training, everything I've been prepared for my whole life. I watched the whole show. Yeah. I gave it about a month of just like soul searching. Like, what am I going to do? Who do I turn to? I don't believe in this anymore. What do I do when my in-laws come to me, or when I need to go to an event or a fundraiser? What am I getting? How do I fake this? What do I do? Right. And who do I can't call. It's not like I can go talk to somebody at the org. I'd be in huge trouble for that. If you told them that you watched it and you have questions now, you can't do that, guys. No. That's not a place you can turn to. So I really didn't have a place of safety other than non-Scientologists. Great. What are they going to do? Jeff couldn't help me. I didn't even really want to go over it with him. I was like, no, and you don't get it. You don't get it. Yeah. So I called and left a voicemail with the Aftermath Foundation. And Aaron called me back and I was like, oh my God, you were on the show, right? And he was like, yeah. And we talked for over an hour, and I felt so much better to talk to somebody who understood.
Still to this day, if I talk to someone, I say I was in Scientology, 90% of the responses are, I saw the aftermath. that reached so many people.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So many people.